The material is a very important choice that you make in constructing anything. I wanted something which grows from the earth or which is there on the earth and which goes back to the earth when we demolish the project. I wanted this house to be relatable to people, and that is the reason that it is a conventional looking mud house in the middle of a city. Hi, this is Shreya from Studio Shunne, and today I'll take you around our mud house in Noida. I decided to build my office and my space that I'll stay here. So this is basically a one-bedroom house with my office space here. So the neighborhood where we are right now is a neighborhood where we have a lot of tall skyscrapers around, or even if there are houses, there are definitely G+4 because that is what authority is approving over here right now. And here we are a ground floor building. Plot area of this project is 2000 square foot and the built up is around 1500 square feet. This building that we have designed is something that I think is very personal to me because I end up staying here a lot of times, and it has a lot of spaces where I can sit down and design or sketch, and it has a huge garden in the backyard where you do not get traffic sounds or noises. So this is more like a space where a lot of people can come together and have a good time. We can organize events, workshops, or even parties here. I wanted to do something which is very environmental friendly and Shunne. So I wanted to make a zero energy building. That is where natural building construction came into picture. That I want to use all the materials that are naturally sourced and they are locally sourced, and everything is coming from the surroundings basically. So even up till the wall level, which is 11 feet height from the plinth, we haven't used even a bit of cement in the project. So it was stone, lime, surki, which is brick dust, mud, straw, cow dung. So all of these materials were used, and we wanted the finish of the product also looking very earthy. So we have an approach road which is here. And this is the entrance. The house orientation is towards northeast. So this is where we enter from. This is the main gate with our boundary wall over here, which has the foundation of stone and lime, and the wall is a rammed earth wall. So after we enter from the main gate, we have two approaches. One goes towards my office and one goes towards the house. And as we enter from the house, we have an entrance foyer sort of space, and then we enter from here. We have like a built-in sofa which is made in mud and lime, and there is a painting. It is actually done by a very good artist, Rahul. Painting also has like a story behind it. It's like a tribute to my father and to his village. In mud building, it's very important to have ventilation because it is a breathable wall. So on the top of these window and this door, we have built like a ventilator which are at an angle according to the wind direction. And they are made up of scrap material that we had on the site. And then we enter inside. Then there's a big arch over here, and from here this is like a interaction between the inward and outward spaces, and we have this entire veranda space which goes towards your backyard, and it has a rainwater harvesting pit here. All our water which is coming during the rain on our roof is stored inside this rainwater pit. As soon as this rainwater harvesting pit fills up, then the water which is like our over water goes into a percolation pit which is over here, and it refills the water table of the entire sector. The wall thickness was so much that we cut out some niches, like how we had an old culture to put diyas in the niches. So here we have put lights. So from the veranda, if you go towards the right, we have a kitchen. And with the kitchen, we have a window which overlooks towards our backyard. And in between, we have put like a diner sort of a table. And over here, we have the space for a mandir. And right next to it, we have a powder room, which also is shared with my office space. So it has an access from the office as well. And this is the secondary access. We have used earthen mud flooring in the office. It is very, very convenient around the temperatures. And then once we go from the veranda space towards the backyard, then there's an entrance to my bedroom. Over here we have built-in bed, which is made of mud and lime. There's a textured art which is done in lime and pigments. Entire almirah is also made in mud and lime with the shutters made in cane again. So the space over here has aesthetics added by cane and textured art. It's a very earthy, cool feeling to sit here. And from here there's an attached washroom. And right before we enter the bedroom, there is a very interesting thing of this project, which is a twisted column. Everybody who visits this space they love this column over here. Basically, what we did is that we made it with red bricks and lime mortar. It is not a load-bearing column, or it doesn't take any load of the slab. It's just a very aesthetic thing that we have made. This is the southwest side of the house, which we have kept open. This literally acts like my sundial. I can see the reflection, the shadows which comes onto the surface, and it kind of keeps changing. Like, when the sun is on the north side and then there's a shadow on the south side. Basically acts like a projector on my wall, which creates a painting sort of thing on the wall. If I talk about the cross section of one wall, which is a load-bearing mud wall, so we have the stone foundation with lime, and then over that we have the mud walls. After that we did a base plaster of lime, and right on top of the load-bearing mud walls we have the RCC filler slab. Even for the ceiling we wanted to use stone, but as I went to the authority to get the approval, so they told me that I can't do a kacha slab, or this will be considered as a kacha house, so we will not get a completion certificate, which was important for us to get, or else we would get like penalty of not getting constructed. No matter how common mud is as a material, it's something which can be transformed into something very beautiful, and I could see that. And in Shunya, we are very, very particular in creating something which we are very conscious where we are getting something from, how are we going to use it, what is going to happen when we are processing it, and how it is affecting the environment in every stage of construction. And mud is such a beautiful material that you can make something which can go G+2, 3, or it can grow vertically, and when you want to throw it back, it goes back to the earth. The second reason is it's a very, very therapeutic sort of a material. If you are inside a mud house, you will always feel at peace. And the third reason is because mud has a beautiful property of thermal insulation. Because we make mud walls which are thicker than your normal walls, that you can always maintain an ambient temperature inside the house. With this project, not just that we wanted it to be net zero, but I also wanted the image of mud to change in the world or in the society. Because whenever we talk about mud house, everyone has this feeling that it's a dull or temporary material. I wanted this house to look as contemporary as possible, as conventional as possible, because people who come here should see that, okay, a mud house can look like a normal house. So I think this project has been a growth journey, and probably if this land that I decided to make my own home was somewhere in the countryside, would have been a very easier choice. But making it in the city, it was a task. I wouldn't deny that. But now I think if I can build it here, I can build it anywhere.